The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources are gearing up to host the annual Agri-Easter Night Market at the Bastia Public Market on Wednesday, 13th April, running from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Night Market offers fresh produce and quality service from fruit and vegetable vendors, meat and fish vendors, agro-processors and cooked food vendors, coconut dumplings, seasoned saltfish, conky, breadfruit, black pudding, local wines, grilled seafood, and so much more will be available for sale. Registration forms are available right now at the public market. The Ministry of Agriculture in Government Headquarters and the Department of Agriculture agreed. So remember the date, Wednesday 13th April from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come to the public market for the annual Agri-Easter Night Market.
Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws.
All right, welcome once again. Good morning to those of you listening and those of you viewing the program. And yes, you can see our program this morning. It's on YouTube. Look for ZIZ, and then you'll see the thumbnail or caption for this morning program on the road. I believe it's also on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook listening, good morning to you as well. Let me say good morning to Sergeant Henry in the studio with me this morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Griffey. I'm fine, thank you.
All right, great. Now, I was listening to the commercial there, the Agri-Easter Night, and I know normally around that time you guys, make provision for traffic. Is that the same for this year, or am I assuming?
No.
Oh,
It's not.
Okay.
So this morning I'll be talking about parking. And park means to remain stationary for any period of time, which is longer than necessary for a passenger to alight from or get off a vehicle.
Right.
Because some people, when they stop, they say they park. But as long as you park for a period of time, or your vehicle pull up then, for a period of time, it's parking. Because no one is getting off or getting in. Even if your engine is running and you're in there, it is parked still. The vehicle is not moving. So some people like to say, oh, officer, I'm not parked. Okay, so is the vehicle moving? No. That is parking. And you also have the traffic signs. And this means any line, mark, direction, arrows, word, or other sign that may be placed on or near any road for the purpose of indicating the manner in which vehicles are to be driven, propelled, or parked.
Okay.
So the signs are there for a purpose, not because we just want to put down things. And these are done in accordance to the licensing authority, which is the Commissioner of Police. It also have some people will just pull up the vehicle, leave the engine running, and get out. That is also an offense. And that is quitting vehicle with engine in motion.
Quitting?
Vehicle with engine in motion.
Okay.
So your vehicle is on and you're not in there, it's an offense. Some people say, officer, just run out here.
That's on the law books?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
It is. Some people saying, oh, officer, just run out here to pick up something. Yes, but that's an offense you're committing.
Interesting.
Yes. And even if you do that, somebody could come and take up your vehicle and drive off with it. Because I know when I used to work at St. Peter's Stapleton Police Station. This young lady came home, pull up her vehicle, engine running. She just run in the house to collect some food and come back out. By the time she came out, somebody drove off with her vehicle.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So quitting vehicle with engine in motion is an offense.
Interesting. Did something happen while you're making this awareness, or should I say bringing this awareness to the public?
With the park? Remember, we put down some lights. Well, Public Works erected some traffic lights. And on Saturdays, we used to accommodate persons who are going market by putting the no entry sign as far as Fines Avenue, so nobody could come through there. So the buses used to go off the bus route. So they will drive up Fines Avenue and go across Fort Thomas Road. Since the lights have been erected or commissioned, that is out. So 2 Saturdays now, we haven't put down that. Because they used to come across Fort Thomas Road, come down College Street, and head on to the Bay Road. But now the light is there. No one can turn across, so you cannot turn right into College Street from Liverpool Road.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we take out that.
Okay.
And then tonight they're having the Agro night market. So that provision will not be there this evening.
Okay.
So person will have to plan the route, as we'll say. And if you know you're going to the market, find some other means to park. You cannot park there. Because if you park there, you're going to be ticketed.
Okay.
And these tickets are $100.
Okay.
Quitting vehicle or parking in a no parking area or failing to comply with traffic signs, they are $100.
Let's hear from the public, if that's okay with you.
No problem.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is that Traffic Talk, is it?
Yes, it is.
Good morning to you, JQ. I'm not listening to the radio. I said, who else is there? I hope Sergeant Henry is there. Good morning to her. And who else in your all company in that studio at the time?
Sergeant
Henry, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. About 3 weeks ago, I heard you mention something about your staff on the radio, and I was very impressed. Very much so. I didn't get a chance to call back, but of course, there are other things that are priority, as well as calling to compliment you all, and you in particular for what you said about your staff, being so helpful and competent. I like those things. People in position and supervise must commend their staff when they do good things, and I must say thank you for that. However, 3 weeks ago, I heard Inspector Phipps and Mr. Pemberton and Mr. Cross, the engineers who are installing traffic lights and get them to function. She was very, very, very professional about presenting and at least accepting the questions and giving answers appropriately. You must let her know. If she's listening to this radio, she would definitely hear. But at the same time, you tell her. It's very good. I like the way she was composed and how she at least prepare herself for those questions. At the time, with a rebroadcast of Working With You was aired on ZIZ TV. Inspector Phipps, looking good about what she does. Sergeant Henry, I must commend about the traffic lights they are installing lately, have done to make sure we are safe on the road, and it's good. But I'm asking what you all intend to do about North Independence Square Street. Sometimes they are double parking. We taxi and tour operators used to use the route of East Independence Square Street and go up to the top. But we cannot go left from Port Dante in front of the sands. So I am in one in particular, goes across North Independence Square Street. It is narrow for a lot of vehicles such as the Safaris, and come down West Independence Square Street, go across Bank Street, circle around Thomas Berkeley Memorial, go up Church Street, turn on Central Street, go down West Independence Street, go back across South Independence Street, and go up East Independence Street, and go to the top and take a left. You see all the things people missed? The National Museum, our entrance to the city when the only means of traveling was by sea, Thomas Berkeley Memorial, the Bass Pier Fire where National Bank is. You see all the things people missed because of the road they cannot access because on the North Independence Square Street. I don't know. How is there anything temporary or you can do about parking on North Independence Square Street when there are cruise ships? One last thing. I've noticed a police officer did something that I don't believe he acknowledged he did. He was waiting for a car to exit the gas station on Wellington Road to turn right, which should not be because there's a sign across the road high enough for you to see. Only when the car came out, he probably won the red light, not recognizing the light is red, but the police officer wait and direct him to come out, which was wrong. Really was wrong. If there was an accident, yes, the guy would have been wrong, but who direct him? Who gave him the right to come out? The police officer. Sergeant Henry, we all need to see those roundabouts painted and signs erected for people to see where to go, what to do. As traffic is signs and direction, we need to at least do those things to better educate people, because we all are still using the roundabout wrongly. We all, I mean all of us, every one of us occasionally use the roundabout wrongly. Sergeant Henry and GQ and anyone else in the studio who will listen my voice, I must say thanks for listening and have a good day. Goodbye.
All right, man. Thank you for your call. Any response before we
Good
take
morning.
another call?
I will echo your sentiments to the inspector, caller. You talk about North Independence Square Street. It's only one side people can park there. You come up and it's only on the seaside people park, because on the other side, which is the mountain side, there are yellow lines. So if you come up there and you go down and you come across Bank Street, you can also go down by the circus, by the old museum. So the tourists will see it still.
Okay. That's it?
Yes.
Before we go to the phone line, someone is sharing their knowledge, and they're saying, as they understand, as it relates to the parking issue, a vehicle is considered parked when the engine has stopped and the driver has left the vehicle. The signs should read, "No prolonged standing, no prolonged waiting."
Well, for the Vehicles and Road Traffic Amendment Act, it speaks about parking to remain stationary for a period of time.
So it's not what you think. This is what the act is saying, the law is
Yes.
saying. All right, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
This is Anthony Rollins, chap. My problem is we need to sensitize people. We need to do some sensitization and education of the general public, in especially where the people with disability signs are. Because enough times I try to park and there's another vehicle there and I know they do not have a disability, but I cannot park. I have to keep driving around until I see an available space. We have a lot of vehicles in St. Kitts and there are very little disability signs that are posted. I think we need to put more of those parking areas for persons with disabilities around town, especially because suppose you have to go to the courthouse, you have a disability, where are you going to park? There is nothing. I spoke about putting some disability signs on South Square Street, East Square Street, North Square Street, and West Square Street, but I see nothing being done. I don't know if the traffic heard me, but I'm saying it again. We need to put some of those signs around the place so that person with disabilities could get a place to park, because there are a lot of vehicles in St. Kitts now. There are much more coming in every month. And persons with disabilities have nowhere to park. It takes nothing for you to become a person with a disability officer. Nothing. I went to work one day, was to go to the doctor the same afternoon, 2 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, I had a disability, I had a stroke. So it takes nothing, officer, nothing. You all need to be more sensitive to persons with disabilities in the community and do something about it. Thank you very much.
Any response from you? Or?
Okay, caller, your concern is noted.
Okay. Let's go back to the phone line. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Correct me there. Miss Henry, you just said something about you not to park for long period. That's the word you use?
No,
Remain
no.
stationary for any period of time.
Okay, so how will you determine? Who determine that stationary for any period of time? Suppose you just come by the vehicle, you walk past the vehicle and the vehicle just parked there. I think you need more clarification than that. What is stationary?
Remember, I'm speaking about lines, signs.
Signs.
Yes, because some people...
But I'm saying here that I'm agreeing with you. But who determine the station at the time? Who determine the time when it's not written, you see, everything's supposed to be written at least to the public. So you stay here for 10, 15 minutes. If an officer don't see and they just walk up to you, then you have to give them the 10 or 15 minutes. But who determine that? I'm asking, who determine the time?
But I'm not
If
just...
there isn't a sign.
Yes, but I'm not just speaking about parking any and anywhere. I'm speaking about parking in a parking area which it has a traffic sign that said no parking.
Yeah, Miss, I'm agreeing with you.
Yes.
Remember
it said, wait, remember it...
I'm asking you, said no parking.
Hold on a second, brother man. She's trying to explain to you the area that she's specifically making reference to. Go ahead, Sergeant Henry.
Remember, I'm speaking about for person when you park on a no parking area or fail to comply with traffic sign. Remember, I said necessary for a passenger to alight or to get on. So you can't just pull up there and say you're waiting for someone.
Okay.
The person should be there already, not for you just to park and wait for any length of time.
No, I didn't understand the way.
Remember, I said for person to get on or get off.
Appreciate your explanation.
All right, man. Thanks for your understanding.
All right, okay.
All right, man. Blessed love. All right, let's go to the phone line. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning, GQ, and good morning, Miss Henry.
Good morning.
Yes, John.
GQ and Miss Henry, English is a funny language. And where the sergeant was just trying to explain, I see it every day in town. I mean, you're parking in reasonable time. It's so much of vehicles on the road. With a heart to understand for black people. Sergeant, I want you to add some hearings to my good friend Chaps, who have a disability. I think one of these areas, whether north or south and east Independence Square, should be allocated for these people with disabilities. And certain roads in town too, close to the bank, Social Security, Port Center, and so I have to do these things. I heard him talk about it already, and I commend him and you sure, and nothing do, Please, I look after these people. Look after these people. They deserve it. GQ.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day, my brother.
You too, my
and
brother.
Don't eat no meat.
Yes, Easter weekend, my friend. All right, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sergeant Henry.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. I'm not going to stop talking about my corner here in Taylor's Village by the old pump. School is out for one more week. And, the traffic that does pass through here every single day. And I'm calling on it all the time because anybody get hit or any car get any accident here, nobody come ask me nothing. Because I am not seeing anybody come through here and assist the situation. So please, one more week school have before they return back to school. So please, somebody come out here and assess the situation. Every day I look to my window. Every morning I stand up by my window. And I'm seeing just accident missing by a blink in this corner. It's a blind corner. Mrs. Henry live in this area. And you know what I'm speaking about. So could you please attend to it? Have a good day.
Hey, Carla. Yes. Okay, about 3 weeks ago, myself and Public Works, Mr. Gilbert, we drove around there because he said he didn't know where the area is. So we came around there and I showed it to him. So he's looking into it. Okay, Carla?
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Let's take this call. Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
A couple of observations. The what you call it, the disabled spots that may or may not go up. Is there a, how do you know who is in them that they are disabled? In other words, is there something that you can hang on the car, a poster, sticker, or something to authorize that person to park there? Because, yes, women know chaps and so on and so forth, and, the disability. But if somebody else who perhaps, can't walk well and would like to go to a senior bank, Republic Bank, and they park there to the bottom of Fourth Street, how do you know that that person is authorized to park there? That is one. Well, a suggestion would be a token fee to the traffic department, maybe, to create a sticker of some sort to, let them put on the car, maybe an annual fee of, say, $50, whatever it may be. And that would allow them to, park there without worries.
Proof of identification, that's what you're making reference to.
In summary, that's probably, well, maybe not identification, but authorization that they can park there and they have maybe certified their disability with the traffic or whatever. However it's done. The other thing is on, I don't know what you call that road, going out there by the cinema. There's a fence being erected, for the church. That's on the left when you're going out of town, going into Buckley's, out of town. I noticed there is a gateway in the fence, and I'm just saying, yes, it's their property. If it's used for emergency purposes, that's fine. But if it's a thoroughfare for vehicles to exit and enter that compound, the church compound on the left, just adjacent to the breweries, I think it could be pretty problematic in traffic. The road narrows there significantly. Often only one vehicle, if it's a big vehicle, can pass. So I can see a bottleneck or an area that is prone to accidents. And there are other areas where they can create entrances and exits. And I think the police and traffic department should look at that, not in the sense of dictating where the people put the fence, but maybe it might be useful to say, okay, this area can be used only as an emergency exit or entrance. Those are the 2 points I have for this morning. Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks for your call and your input.
Any suggestions?
Let's go to the phone line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Nikhil.
Hey.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning.
All right. Thanks for your call and your suggestion. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I would like to suggest that with respect to some of the narrow bridges that we have on the island of St. Kitts, for instance, we have a couple narrow bridges on the eastern side. That's Otley's and Lodge. I think the authorities that be, the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, they should seriously consider widening those bridges because they have more or less become obsolete in that they have outlived their time. In light of the fact that we are having so many vehicles coming into St. Kitts literally every week. I heard the disabled man say every month, but it's every week. So you have to multiply a week by 4 to get the number of vehicles that are coming into the island all the time. So one of the things they can do is construct temporary bridges near to those, demolish the old bridges and widen them. And maybe one of the things that they can look at as well is to bridge the valley there near to the Mount Carmel Baptist Church and link that road over to Lodge Village. So you're passing that bridge over the valley. That is to help ease up the traffic congestion and to make life easier for road users. So wherever bridges can be widened, I think they need to do that. Or if you have to demolish and reconstruct, you just build temporary bridges in the meantime in order to ease up the traffic flow around the island, because we are seeing what's happening, a lot of congestion all over the place. And I think, based on what the disabled man said, people are a little bit too uncaring and incompassionate towards the disabled. It's very unfortunate that sometimes you're driving a bus and people don't even want to create space for a disabled person to come on the bus. Even people who are blind, they find it hard to give us space on the bus. I find it hard that we have come to this. It's very unfortunate. those are my suggestions for this morning. God bless.
God bless you too, man. Thanks for your call. All right, good morning.
Yes, good morning, GQ and Officer dear.
Good morning.
I'm a little concerned in Newton Ground here. Went from the church to the doctor office. We need maybe like a little slow down sign because, okay, in Newton Ground, they got walkway on the left side, but none tall on the upper side. Reasons for that, maybe everybody house is very close to the road, so it come below walkway. But what I say now is to get some slow signs because majority of the older ladies live on the upper side. To cross the road, all the shops in Newton Ground on the lower side. So, and they come into Newton Ground so fast. So if you could put a crossing there by the doctor after the Chinese place in Newton Ground and a slow sign coming up the hill by the church, we will be grateful for that. Because in Newton Ground now is 2 old ladies done die from accident. We don't want no more. So please look into it and help us down here. Thank you.
Hey.
Carl, your suggestion, your concern has been noted.
Thank you.
Oh, and you ain't going to see me later, buddy. Plans change for me.
All right, the boss. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this call. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
My concern is the you at the stoplight on the Bay Road there now, in the gut.
Traffic lights.
Right? Remember, when you're coming up the gut, you don't have to stop now. There by Liverpool Road. Right?
Yes.
You have a stop coming from west to east on Liverpool Road as soon as you reach the gut now. But when you're in the stop, you cannot see anything coming up the gut, and they don't have to stop. So I think that stop sign did need to go to the east some more that you could see down the gut. I don't know if you follow what I'm saying.
Yes, I'm following you.
When you're in the stop, you cannot see anything coming up the gut, and they don't have to stop. So when you come out of the stop, something could be flying coming up the gut. That's my little concern. The stop need to go a little more to the east that you could see down the gut.
A little more to the east? I mean on the eastern side.
A little more out towards the gut then.
Oh, okay. You want it to come out more into the road.
You need to come out more, yeah. That's why I said to the east. You need to go out more because you cannot see nothing coming up the gut when you're in the stop.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. That is noted.
All right, back to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning, GQ.
Hey, good morning, Culture.
And good morning, Inspector Henry.
Good morning, sir. Sergeant Henry.
Sergeant Henry here. Good morning. Lovely traffic.
Thanks.
I call him to support chaps because we who are immobile patients, all they have to do is to paint a sign with a wheelchair, like how they have it in America, and the sign on the road supposed to be blue. And anybody not authorized to park there, then they get a ticket. And also the vehicle that is taking we who are immobile, they're supposed to have a special sticker. You put it on the dashboard on the inside of the vehicle. So any police come there, they know well then that vehicle is waiting for a patient. And no, police don't build road. Police control the moving traffic on the road, not build bridge. So that was morning Peter Cabbage, ma'am. There's a program for public works people who build road and guts and drain. People understand this is talking traffic. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your call. We're going to wrap it up now. It's going to be our final call for this morning. Sergeant Henry, thank you for being here. Your final words?
I just want to remind the motorists that Liverpool is a one-way. So you only can travel from west to east. You cannot come from the circus and come across. So when you come down, you take a left and you go straight across. When you come in from Market Street area into Liverpool Road, as the caller called, yes, there's a stop sign there. So you stop and then you proceed. Either straight across or left. You cannot make a right turn down into College Street. So I'm asking the public, please to remember these. And I want to thank everyone for calling in. I want to wish everybody Easter, a happy Easter when it comes. And I'm asking y'all please to drive carefully because I know this is time when people go partying or go on the beach. As I hear there is an event at Garvey's. I'm asking person if you're going to drink responsibly. Do not drink that you cannot control your vehicle. And if you're going to drink, make sure you have a designated driver to drive you back to your home. I just want to thank everybody for calling in, for your concern, your observation, and your suggestion. I'll see you next week, same time.
Take care of yourself. 9 o'clock report is up next. Compliments to Grange.
You simply